we are going to look at rearranging quadratic equations. Now, by the end of the lesson, you will know how to solve quadratic equations by first rearranging that particular equation. Let's recap. Quadratic equations is actually y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. This is what I call the general form of the quadratic equation. Note that a is always a number, cannot be equal to 0. So, when y equals to 0, that is the x-intercept, ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is what we need to solve. Alright? Recall what I've taught you the last 2 lessons. Now, look at these 4 equations. Are they quadratic equations? Doesn't look like it. But then, we need to be able to rearrange this. Alright? So, I'm going to split this into 2 columns. Rearranging the first one. 1 minus 2x squared equals to 3 over x. Now, instead of bringing everything to the same common denominator, what if I multiply both sides by x squared? So if I got x squared, multiply 1 minus 2 over x squared equals to 3 over x times x squared. Therefore, on the left hand side, we know that it is x squared minus 2 equals to, the right hand side would be 3x. Rearranging it is x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals to 0. There you go. This is a quadratic equation in the general form. What about the next one? X minus 3 over x plus 3 equals to 0. Doesn't look like it. But if I multiply every single term with x, alright? So rewriting that, x minus 3 over x plus 3 equals to x times 0. Balancing it out, of course you know 0 is still 0. Therefore, we've got x squared minus 3 plus 3x. Just rewriting it, x squared minus plus 3x minus 3 equals to 0. So therefore, you know that this is a quadratic. Pause the video for a while and try the next 2, please. Now, this one, what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by x. So therefore, I've got 3 minus 2x equals x squared. And rearranging, x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Alright? And what about the next one? X plus 4 over 2 equals to 4 over x. So what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 2x. So in this case, when I multiply, we can actually cross out the 2, cancel the 2, and cancel the x. So here, I've got x squared plus 4x equals to 8. Therefore, rearranging x squared plus 4x minus 8 equals to 0. Now, you can see that I've rearranged all 4 equations into quadratic equation. Then we can solve it. Alright? Let's do this one. Solve 1 plus 5 over x equals to 6 over x squared. So like what I did previously, multiply everything by x squared. So therefore we have x squared plus 5x equals to 6. Alright? I'll write it down. Multiply by x squared. Alright? Both sides. So therefore we now have x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. Can you solve this? Think about it. Pause the video for a while and see if you can solve it. Yes, of course you can, because you can factorize this into x, and this is plus 6n minus 1. Using the null factor law, you know that x plus 6 equals to 0 or x minus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to minus 6 or plus 1. Now, another example. What about this? This time, I'm going to multiply both sides by x. So I've got x squared equals to 5x minus 4. Rearranging, x squared minus 5x plus 4 equals to 0. Alright, what do? Factorize x. That would be 1 and 4. Minus equals to 0. So therefore x equals to 1 or x equals to 4. Alright? Now, I'm going to introduce a term that what I don't normally use. The word cross multiplication. What we can do when we have one fraction on the left hand side and one fraction on the right hand side is that we can do a cross multiplication. You can only do this if there is one fraction on both sides. Alright? You cannot do it with 2 fractions or 3 fractions. And therefore, now if you do cross multiplication, you've got AD equals to BC. Let's try this technique. Doing the cross multiplication, so it's x minus 2 equals to 3 times 5, which is 15. So therefore, you've got x squared minus 2x equals to 15. X squared minus 2x minus 15 equals to 0. Factorizing is x should be 5 and 3 minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 5 or minus 3.